Hey everybody, what's going on? Hey, we're shooting.
Hey guys, we are back.
Hi, so today we're talking about marketing. Are you an entrepreneur, a business owner maybe? How exactly are you getting your products, services, or even your brand in front of your customers?
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Welcome back, guys. So today we are talking about two traditional marketing strategies that you should not rely on. This doesn't mean that you should not use these strategies, but you should not make them your sole marketing strategy.
Right, so the first traditional marketing strategy that you need to stop relying on completely is word of mouth. Now, let me use an example to illustrate this really quickly. Let's say I've started a business and I'm making shoes that I want to sell. I call my family members and I call a few friends and I tell them, hey guys, I've started this business and I'm making shoes and I need your support. I need you guys to get the word out there for me so that I can get clients. Now, right off the bat, I don't have any control over the number of people these friends of mine or my family members will tell, which means I'm unable to track the success of my marketing method. I'm unable to measure it and I'm unable to scale it, so it's not sustainable. And we all know that for good success in your business or for your marketing strategy to be good, you need to have something that you can scale and measure.
Okay, so the second strategy that we're going to talk about is print marketing. And with print marketing, I want us to focus on the use of posters and the use of flyers because that's what most people use. Now, if you're betting on your client to see your poster on the poles or anywhere else, on any walls in the shops, or you're betting on them to look at your flyer that you give them and look at all the information that you've written on your flyer or on your poster about your product or your service. Now, no matter how good the product is or the service, maybe it's an entertainment gig that you want to advertise or you want to market and it's on those posters, on those flyers. If you're betting on them to actually take that flyer and look through all this information, then I can tell you for free that very little, as in a few people, can do that. Because personally, I'm the kind of person who, if I get a flyer or I see a poster, I don't really take the time to read through all the information that's written there, especially if there's a lot of information and maybe there's so many colors in that flyer, because my mind automatically processes that this is too much information for me.
You get overstimulated.
Yes, to take in right now. So most of the time I just take the flyer and just scramble it and throw it in the next dustbin or bin that I see. And I can tell you that there's so many people who are like me. So if you're depending on this type of strategy to market anything that you want to market, then it can be a little tricky for you and it's not as effective as you may want it to be, because you'll only be dealing with a few people, and that means that your market is only focused on a small group of people, and you'll have to print these flyers using money because you can't do it for free unless you have your own printer, but you have to use money.
You still have to buy paper.
Yeah. So you have to use money, and there are other marketing strategies that you can use that are way cheaper than what you spend, or you don't even have to use any money at all.
Right. So if you're using, let's say you're starting out, for instance, and you're investing heavily in printing flyers and posters and things like that, there's a lot of alternatives that you could use that are a lot cheaper. But also, like she's talked about with the flyers, nobody is walking outside looking for flyers or information on flyers. I mean, no one outside is saying, oh, let me look at this poll here and see what this flyer has to say. Nobody. People today have the attention span of a goldfish. That means that they don't have all the time it takes to look through everything that you've written out on your flyer. They need something that pops out at them and gives them a direct call to action. And also, unless it's like a huge picture of a very cute dog that says lost, return to owner with the reward of 50,000 shillings, or maybe something like serial killer on the loose, look out, probably nobody's gonna pay attention to that flyer. So I'm sure most of the time when somebody hands you a flyer, or if you've handed out a flyer out there, most of the time you probably notice that the person you were handing that flyer out to was, scrolling away on their phone. You need to look at where the attention is. Now, real quick before we end our video, we're not saying that traditional marketing methods don't work. Like for instance, something like word of mouth. That isn't something you should disregard completely. It does work, but it only works after you've established a brand. Your goods are really great, your services are excellent, your customer service is exquisite, and by that time you won't even have to tell anyone to market your service. It'll happen by itself.
True. So guys, keep winning, keep dreaming, and act on your dreams, and watch out for our next video where we talk about digital marketing.
Yep. See you in the next one.
Bye.